everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Apologies for being a little late as per usual. Uh, as you can see, my lighting is really down. I'm actually not feeling great at all. I had my pupils dilated today. So it like light is really hurting right now. And I thought I'd feel fine because this happened at like 2 o'clock today, and I still feel like gravel, and my eyes just pulling down. Um, so that's why I'm late. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't even have wine tonight. That's how you know I'm not the best, but I'm here. Anyway, how is everybody doing today? I hope everyone's doing great. Please hit those thumbs on your way in. I really appreciate you all you wonderful, wonderful people in the house. Let me just go up and see. I got 5 wonderful people in the house. Thank you guys so much for attending and coming tonight. We're going to have a fun discussion with my beautiful and amazing guest, Mona Cole. I can't wait to bring her up, guys. I know she's here. I know everybody is saying, oh, she's here. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just pulling up the chat. You guys know how I do it. I got to pull up the chat and make sure I'm connecting with you guys. Guys, if you guys could share this live out, please do. Can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure that you guys can actually hear me. If you can hear me, then that's great. Oh. Okay, so let me just go in the chat real quick just to say hey to everybody. Hey, Nita. Hey, Net. Hey, Monaco. Hey, Dre. Dre, don't start with me, sir. Hey, Nia. Oh, I'm reading the comments. Hanging with Vanna. Hey, honey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my stream. How are you guys doing tonight? Okay, so first things first, let's get this out. Thank you so much for sharing me out, Nia. I really appreciate you, honey. Hey, Real. Okay, you're in the background. Okay, no worries. That's fine. Hey, Real. Easy. Hey, from Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, Craig. Hey, Sunflower. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you wonderful, wonderful people in the house. Today, okay, we are going to have a giveaway, and today's giveaway is sponsored by the amazing, the beautiful Kicking It with Net. She was on the thumbnail for today. If you guys do not know who Kicking It with Net is, then please go to her webpage and check her out, kickingitwithnet.com. She's also an amazing content creator, so also please go and check out her YouTube channel. And I'm so amazed at how many people are in the house already. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit those thumbs. 3 people haven't hit the thumbs yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Just double check, guys. Double check for me, please. Thank you. Okay, Real said he's eating. Okay, well, Real, you're always eating. Okay, well, enjoy your food, sir. Enjoy your food. Hey, Michelle, Alex and Wadney Entertainment. Hello, 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 guys. Okay, guys, so it's giveaway time. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and for those of you that have been following my vlogs, you will know the answer to this question. The first person to put it in the chat is going to be the winner of the giveaway. Okay. Are you guys ready? Thank you, Nita, for sharing me out, sis. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the question for the giveaway is, it's a 2-part question, but I'll do the first one first because I don't think everyone's gonna get the second one. But if you've been watching my vlogs, you will know this. Okay, so what is something that I need to get every day? You have to be specific. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know what this is. So, if you watch my vlog, what is it that I have to get every single day? First person in the chat to drop it. Okay, Real, not specific. Not specific. That is not the answer I'm looking for. Okay. Shanita said tea. Not specific enough, guys. Hanging with Vanna is the winner. Starbucks. Yeah. Hanging with Vanna. Starbucks is the answer. I had to have Starbucks, guys. Thank you so much, Sunflower, for sharing me out. I really, really appreciate it. So, hanging with Vanna, please make sure you connect with Kicking It with Net, drop your IG so that she can message you, probably on IG if that's better for you, in the chat. So hanging with Vanna, make sure you connect with Kicking It with Net. Kicking It with Net is going to drop her IG so that you can contact her. I just want to make sure you have IG. I'll ask her to drop her IG and her email so that you can either email her or IG her so that you can get your prize. Hey, congratulations, dude. Congratulations. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so playlist of the week is going to go to dun dun dun. I am going to pick Life with the Sunflower Lady. Life with the Sunflower Lady, you are always supporting me. You have been pushing me during Vlogtober to keep on going. You have checked every single vlog out, and I really, really appreciate it. So, Sunflower Lady, you are playlist of the week. I will be running you so that you can get some watch hours. I hope that you are excited about that. Also, guys, Battle of the Sexes this week is going to be so exciting. Guys, it's always exciting. It's exciting every single week. But this week's topic, and I can announce it, is going to be, do you agree with scheduling sex with your spouse? There has been so much craze going on about Tia Mowry saying that she scheduled sex with her husband. So we are going to battle. I asked the question to my panel, and we've been battling out kind of behind the scenes. So I was like, oh yeah, this is a perfect topic. We're doing it on Sunday. So guys, don't forget, come back to my channel on Sunday for Battle of the Sexes, because that is the topic of discussion. I will get it uploaded ready today so that everyone can set their reminder bells tomorrow or tonight if necessary. But that's going to be fun. It's also open panel night, so you in the chat can also come up and talk and battle it out with my panel. So I'm so excited. I'm crazy excited about Sunday. I hope you guys are too. I am going to drop the link for my beautiful, amazing guest because I want her to come and join me up here. I'm going to drop the link for her so that she can come and join me so we can get this live started. Thank you to everybody that is in the house. I really, really appreciate you guys. Oh my God, 15 wonderful people in the house. That's amazing, guys. Oh, and just the fact of how I'm feeling today, the fact that you guys are all here, I really, really appreciate it. I really, really do. So thank you. So, Mona Cole, whenever you're ready, honey, please go and click on the link and come and join me up here, guys. For those of you that don't know Mona Cole is another content creator, an entrepreneur, and everything else. But I don't want to say too much because I want her to actually introduce herself. So that is what I'm going to get her to do. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Before I bring her up, Mo, you ready, girl? Okay, she's ready. Okay, I'm bringing her up.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Mar. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay,
good.
Guys, let me turn down the music. You know, whenever my guest gets up here, I turn it down. Okay. So, Mo, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your channel.
Oh gosh, it's such a broad spectrum. Hi everyone. My name is Mona Cole. I guess I can give y'all my intro on my videos. Yes, I'm a nail polish creator, so I own a nail polish company. Well, I'll say a nail care company because I sell more than just nail polish on my website. And I am an author, an educator, a doctoral student, and just like a free spirit. So I share a lot about business, lifestyle, discussions on different topics in life, typically topics that people don't like to really talk about. Then I also do like try on hauls and stuff because I share, you know, my surgery journey. And so a lot of people who are subscribed to me like to follow to see the journey of like my body. So yeah.
Guys, her latest try on haul. Ladies. Hey, the men probably want to watch it too, okay?
Look, it actually went viral for the first day. It went viral. That was like my first time ever having a video do that. I was like, I reached one of my goals for YouTube this week.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
I'm telling y'all want to go watch that video, okay? Because I watched that video. I'm like, okay, let me go on. I need to go on Amazon and order a couple pieces.
Period.
It was fire. Oh my gosh. Everybody was in love with that try on haul. So guys, if you want some outfit ideas, okay, some lingerie ideas, you need to go to Mona Cole's channel and check that out.
Okay? It's all about living out loud. At the end of the day, it's about living out loud, living your life like, because we live in a world where we're oftentimes told you got to have this perfect face on and you have to follow this, you have to follow this, you have to follow that for you to reach a certain level. And so I just like to show myself as who I am, because then I feel like those who are around me are authentically there for me because I've shown me, versus them being there according to the facade and the picture that they've painted of me.
Yeah. And I love her motto. I love the living out loud. I just love that. It's so breathtaking. It just feels so free. You just want to enjoy yourself. You should love yourself, love your body, how it is. And I'm telling you, Mona Cole's body's banging. Okay. That's body goals. Body goals. Okay. Nah, I'm so serious. Shit, me and Nita were talking earlier today. I was like, yeah, I want that surgery. I want to do it because it just be snatched. Okay. In all the right places.
Listen, I say, do what you want to do. Like, if you don't want to do it, so what? Like, but if you do want to do it, so what too? Like,
right.
Whatever.
That's what I'm talking
Nia
about.
asked what my OnlyFans name was. Miss Teacher Bay.
Miss Teacher Bay. Okay,
Miss Teacher
there
Bay.
you go. I know some people have been talking about starting an OnlyFans, so you know. There you go.
Listen, if you sign up under my link, I have a free guide for those who are interested in doing it without nudity, because I don't do nudity on my page or whatever. And so, but it is like, you know, suggestive and all of that or whatever. But right. So sign up under me and I have a free ebook and stuff I can send to you to help you through the entire process and, you know, how to work with your fans.
Hey. Guys, you already know what to do. You guys just need to go and check her out. Okay, check her out on all platforms.
Period.
So I also want to talk about the fact that you are an author and you have written a book. So tell everybody about your book. What is it about?
So I have 2 published books. So my first book, They Never Told, that one looks at, it follows the journey of 4 adults who are survivors of childhood sexual assault. And so it looks at that life process, the things that, and one of them includes myself. So it's 2 men and 2 women. And we share our journey, what we've gone through, what that looks like through our love relationships, us finding ourselves, finding our confidence, and relationships to family. And the second half of the book is for those who have children in their lives, basically, to see how can we find ways to build stronger, trusting relationships with the children around us. Because typically children don't tell you certain things because they don't trust you, either because of something that they heard you say, or they hear you talking about somebody else, or how you may treat them. So it's important to look at like those small contextual clues, I guess you could say, to get that information. And so the second book is like a follow-up to that one, and it's Live Out Loud. So versus being silent, now you're living your life out loud in your personal truths, and you're being open and honest with yourself. And so that one is all about learning how to follow your purpose, even when things get hard. And yeah.
I love it, guys. You see, I always bring somebody up here that just gives you guys a lot, okay? Or they are doing so much with their lives that if you are in a position where you're trying to figure out what you want to do or where you want to go, and there's something that might interest you, then I'm bringing people up here so you guys can get to know them too. And you can reach out to them and speak to them and see if that's something that you're interested in, how they did it. So, you know, I'm telling you, Mo's all-rounded, okay? She's got so much stuff going on. I don't even know how she finds time in the day. She finds time in the day for YouTube, okay?
Listen, that's when you know you're working in your purpose. That's honestly all I can say. Like, when you're able to do so much, that's when you know that you're working in the right direction, because you don't have a lot of things combating you in the process to get it done. So
Did you find it hard writing a book or the books, or was it kind of like an easy process? And how long roughly did it take?
Well, I like to research and identify and like learn new things. So I saw it as like a challenge. And so whenever I would find it like getting hard or if I would get stressed, that would just let me know like, okay, it's time to set it down, come back to it when you're ready type of thing. So I'm quick to just look, I can have a plan. I'm doing this, I'm doing this. But if my spirit is saying, sis, you're forcing this.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down until my spirit says it's time to do it again. So when I follow that, it's not a problem because I always end up meeting my deadline because my deadlines or my dates, my release dates are planned out in advance and those are given to me. So it's like, I know what that date is going to be. So in my head, it's like, I've already manifested it. It's already going to happen. So just allow the process to happen.
That's true. I love Mona Cole. She's so inspiring, y'all. See, everyone's like, 2 books. Congratulations on your book.
Oh, thank y'all.
Oh, yeah. Shanita's already dropped your link in the chat and everything. So, guys, go click on the link. Y'all already know. They say that's amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, for going out and hitting that like. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Okay.
I feel like my face is so big on here. Let me put this on a stand. 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like it's like zoomed in or something.
Girl, it's because I always sit so far back from mine. So I don't know. Everyone always feels that way, I think.
Okay, that's better. Now I can sit back as much as I can with my headphones and stuff.
Right, and get comfy because we're going to get into the juicy topic of tonight's discussion, which is outdating dating standards. Now, guys, first of all, I'm going to tell you, after this live, if you have not already checked out Mona Cole's video on updated dating standards, her vlog, then go and check that out, okay? Because her vlog is exactly where this idea for the live came from. And we were talking in the chat in her premiere, and I was like, this is such a good topic. Oh, yeah. Come on, Mom. You're going to come on the show. You coming on the show.
It was like, I'm down.
She said, I'm down. So we're here to discuss, okay? And I know the men going to be salty, but it's okay. Y'all be all right. Y'all will be just fine.
I think if they're in here with an open mind and if they remove what we've come to know like over time and traditional and take that away, I think it's something that we all could find a way to agree on today.
I agree. See, and Mo's so diplomatic. She's always thinking about y'all. See that? I love that. Okay.
They swear we don't like them though.
Swear we don't like them. We love y'all. What do you mean? Listen. Oh, child. Okay. So, what are outdated dating standards to you?
Oh gosh, that's such a loaded question. So, I guess first I want to go into like just the definition of like outdated,
Okay.
So, you buy milk, right?
Right.
Milk has this expiration date on it. So oftentimes, I don't know if y'all were raised up like I was, at a certain time in my life, we had to scramble for stuff. And so sometimes the milk can last past that expiration date, for a little bit of time. You just do the sniff test, you know what I'm saying? Right? You sniff it, do it work, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, child.
Sometimes, even though it passed the smell test, you still get a stomach ache and you wonder what's going on. And eventually you finally see like, you know what, this is outdated. Like I can't drink this anymore. Mm-hmm. And so when we attribute that to like the dating world, I think a lot of standards that we've based our dating around are outdated, similar to those gallons of milk. And one of the main ones being the aspect of the way to having a successful marriage is abstaining from sex until marriage. It could be this aspect or this love of being like a pick-me, of doing X, Y, and Z to get what you think you're going to get. When in reality, dating is more of like a spiritual experience, more of A plus B equals C type of experience. And so that's what I kind of look at it as, if I want to put it in the short terms.
Right, because I feel that dating for like say our grandparents back in the day is so different to what dating is now in 2020. It's a completely different experience, and I don't know why or where it changed, and a part of it's a shame, that we don't still have, because I feel like they respected relationships a lot more back in the day than what they do now. That's me. I don't know.
I think
disagree with me. Dre, we can see you. I unblocked you, dear.
I'm gonna let you finish what you were saying, though. I'm gonna come back to that.
Yeah. So I mean, I know all these things did happen, and maybe not. Maybe I guess we still did have the whole women should be seen and not heard type of situation too. So I guess it's, but I don't know. I don't feel like our generation respect relationships the way that they should. I really don't. But go on, Mo. Go on.
You said a lot in there, because like I think we also have to define how we define respect in a relationship. But the reason why I said I disagree on the aspect of that they respected relationships more in the past is a big reason why, look, I got this shirt out here breaking generational curses and shit. Like, because the more you learn your family history and the history of your towns and your communities and the major families in your cities, you come to learn that they went through and stayed in a lot of BS.
Yeah.
So like you were saying earlier, you know, with the women, like you're meant to be seen and not heard. You know what I'm saying? And so there are certain aspects of silence that may have been considered a good relationship, because at that time in the world that we were living in, you know, I mean, we still live in somewhat of a patriarchal society, but I think we're moving more into, and I mean, I don't technically define myself as a feminist either, but I think we're moving more into this standpoint of finding a way to find equilibrium and balance between the sexes. And so I think that's why we've been having so much conflict recently, because there's no change without conflict. And so that's why it's been a lot more discussion surrounding, you know, Black men not protecting Black women getting tired of having to take care of Black men. Like, we're trying to find this balance again to get back to that circle of life that we were once at. And so the outdated standards that we were come to have placed on us, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't fit and work for everyone. And I think when we go in it with this mindset of like, this is law, that's when we're treading dangerous lines and territory.
Okay. I can understand that. So let's start with the first one. Let's talk. We're going to break down these different standards and talk about them a little bit. So, sex before marriage. What do you think about that standard? You think that it?
Your sound's going out. What happened?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, you're back.
Okay, good. So I'll say, okay, so let's break down the standards or certain dating standards that are there. So let's talk about sex before marriage and how we should all abide by that, right? Is that an outdated standard? Do you believe it's an outdated standard? Okay, and why?
I think it's outdated for it to be a universal standard.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. Because I feel that if that is what a person believes and wants to follow, and that's, you know, their personal conviction, then I feel it's still a good standard to have, because that's your standard. But I think it's unfair to put that as a universal standard, you know, as we're teaching as our young girls, you know. So then we come to the place where if you've only known the rate of I don't want to say these words because I don't want it to mess up your ability later on with minus all that stuff. But a lot of,
want to say right now, it's fine.
A lot of depression and other mental health concerns have come about from women who have waited until marriage. And once they've given that part of themselves away, they didn't know and understand themselves, because all they really knew to value themselves as is what they were able to give and what they were holding on to, because they had so much value in that they didn't really learn how to value other aspects of themselves and what they brought to the table, what they brought to a relationship, what they brought to a marriage. And so in that, I think it's unfair to only show that aspect. Like, we need to be teaching each other to be fully within ourselves, to be fully within themselves as, you know, the children, and learning yourself what do you really bring to the table? What all do you have to offer? Because your value is much more than just you being able to be chaste, you know what I'm saying, until you decide. So
absolutely. Do you feel that men it matters to a man nowadays whether or not the woman has had sex prior to him, or do you think that they prefer for women to be experienced in that area?
I think it's unfair to put all men in the same category with this one, so I'm going to kind of split up some of the categories. So I would say you have your category of men who also value that as being one of their personal values. So that's something that they do. They choose to not get intimate with anyone until they want to get married. And so that's their standard that they have at play. So you have that group of men. Then you have your group of men who they have this vision of the perfect wife, but inside they have this this animalistic nature. So they may not live the same life that they want their woman to live. Okay. And so this is the second group of men who they may want that, you know, but they may not live that life. Then you have your other group of men who may be a little bit more insecure when it comes to themselves and fully like being okay with knowing that their woman has been with someone else, because they don't want to have to feel like they have to compare to another man. They don't want to have to feel like they have to compare on what they can offer and bring to the table. Then you have your other group that's just like,
I don't care. Like, I don't care.
I ain't gonna tell you mine, you ain't gotta tell me yours. Like, so you got different groups.
It's true. I don't want to know your number. We good.
But yes. Oh, I need to see these comments.
Nita said some men prefer to have women who don't want a virgin. Well, I don't think most women want a virgin. Do women want? Okay, let me ask you. The women I've come across, a lot of them don't want a virgin, or have never really requested for one. What about the women that you've come across? Like, would they prefer a virgin or a non-virgin?
We've actually never discussed it. So, like, my close friendships, I'm the only single friend out of my group.
Okay.
So it's like. Yeah. They've been married for a while. And so I guess we've never discussed it, but I'm trying to think like on my angle. I would say where I'm at now in my spiritual journey, you have to at least be open to experiencing and learning certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't hold it against you if you're a virgin. Now, I will say that like size do matter too. Like, you can't be a virgin and you little. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And so,
right. I feel so bad for like small men though. Like, I just feel really bad because I just hope they find the right woman, like the one that's really tight and small too.
That's real talk. Yeah, that group that's just like, I don't want to know your numbers. Like, I don't want to know who you did. Like,
I prefer not to know. Yeah, because then they start looking at you like, I'm crazy.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think it just all depends. But on my angle, you have to at least be open, and I would kind of want to know, you know, I guess I won't really ask why unless you offer the reason why. Like, I wouldn't force it on them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think virgin men really like to talk about it too tough. I think you can tell, because I think I have like 2 virgin friends, male friends, and they just don't really talk about sex like that. So I think you would know that you could tell if a guy is one or not, just by the conversations that you have with them. I think other guys that have had that sexual experience talk about it more, you know, or have that conversation. You know, they'll talk about it in conversation, but the virgins kind of shy away from it because I guess they feel like they haven't had that experience. So there's not really much that they can say on it. So, and they don't necessarily really want to out themselves to the women. If the woman says she's a virgin first, then they probably would tend to more be like, oh, okay, yeah, so am I. And I'm saving myself for my wife or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, cool. It's rare to find, for me, I find it's very rare to find the virgin men around.
I don't know any.
See? I'm being so.
Unless some have lied about their escapades or something. Like,
okay, exactly.
Morgan, I feel you on that one too. Like, I don't want to know your body count. Like, what matters to me is your self-control. Like, are you safe with your interactions? How do you identify your interactions? Are you just on dating apps linking up with people? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because I done found some stuff out, baby. Like, hold on, you got an account on all of them? On all of them?
Why? You gonna take everybody out for a ride? No, we ain't test driving every car in this life.
At all.
Girl, I tell you, they really do. Real Talk said, Nita, me as a man, I'm realistic. I know the vast majority of women are not virgins. Well, yeah. I think you'll find there's a lot less virgins nowadays.
Yeah.
But then, it comes down to our outdated dating standards and the ones that are dated now.
Because I do know some virgin women.
Right. I know some virgin women too. I feel that they're easier to find, the virgin women, than they are the men. But there is, I don't think there's that many of them either. I feel I can agree with Real Talk that a lot of women are not virgins. I can agree with that statement. But I don't think they are. Hey, Carla. Hey, honey. Oh, Harrison Family Vlog said, where can we get that mug, Mo Nicole?
Oh, you can get this a mug and this shirt on my website, monicole.com.
Hey! Oh, that's your shirt? Okay, so much. Yes. I love it.
monicole.com.
Dre Day said, when I was in high school, it was a big deal to get a virgin, but I wouldn't mind a virgin or an experienced woman. See, I don't think that most people, I don't know. Like, I think for some men, like Mo said, for some men, it's an issue. They want to know, like, they hope their women, they want you to be able to count on one hand how many partners you've had. You've got those men, right, that want to be able to count on one hand how much men you've slept with. Then you got the different types that don't care, like Real. I don't care. Like, I don't want to know. Just don't tell me nothing. And then you got the guys. Okay, guys in the chat, you guys can speak for yourselves. Would you guys prefer to have an experienced woman or a virgin? I'm intrigued to know.
Yeah, I'm trying to see because I saw someone that said it didn't matter. Right. I guess we're in a day and age where it's like, why should it matter? Like, I mean, okay, I get the control aspect. You know what I'm saying? What matters is, are you clean? Like, do we match in what it is that we're looking for? Like, what are you
just
now?
Make sure you ain't giving me nothing, because we're going to have some serious issues.
Yeah, like, what are we now? That's what matters. Like, we can't pick and choose what we want to go to the past and allow to harbor or something unless, like, that's your absolute deal breaker.
Right. Well, Harrison, I know you want a woman you can have an experience with, but do you want one that's unexperienced, or do you want
He said it doesn't matter, basically. It don't matter to him as long as they can get it in when they get it in.
Okay, Real said it don't matter to him either. The less the better. But I really don't want to know. Okay, so I guess if she's experienced, then I guess we can push the limits. Okay. That's interesting. I like that. So you want to push the limits. You can push the limits with the unexperienced woman. After you've done the first time, you're good.
Because I think if you value, like, if y'all both value marriage the way that, you say that you value, like, you would have talked about these things prior to, you becoming intimate and stuff. And so by this time, you just take that as another opportunity to learn each other and to learn how to best satisfy each other and, have it at that. As long as you ain't got no crazy exes about to be like popping at my door, you know what I'm saying? Or popping up at your house like, I want you back.
Exactly. Okay, so we just believe that the whole sex before marriage type of situation, and that men want women to wait. I know Harrison Family Vlogs does not want to sleep with his woman until he's married. I know that for a fact. I don't even need to ask that in the chat because I've heard it. I know it. Does everybody else believe? Okay, so Mayhem Morgan said experience becomes irrelevant with each new relationship. Because you're going to get a new experience with the person.
Because one person might like getting their nipples licked and the other one don't. Like,
and you got to change. Sometimes what your ex may have liked or whoever you was with before, now this one don't like that. You got to maneuver it correct with whoever your partner is, and you got to learn the new partner, right? You got to learn what they like.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So Dre Day said, I won't have threesomes with a woman that I love.
I've heard a lot of men say that. I've heard a lot of men actually say that.
Can you expand on that? Why is it so you would have a threesome with women that you, I guess, care about? Clearly, you got to care about them, right? To some extent. But a woman that you love, that you really love, you are not going to have a threesome with. This is interesting. I don't know. Shanita said, I don't feel the same way. Wait, hold on. Did I miss what Shanita said before? I don't know. I must have missed it. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
JJ, explain. You're going to have to explain because I really want to know that. I'm intrigued as to why. Personally, I can understand that, but this is from a female. I personally do not believe in sharing my partner. I don't want to share my partner with somebody else. And, most men don't want to do two men. So,
And that's what I always say. Like, a man should never ask a woman to do one of those unless he's willing to do it with another guy as well.
And they ain't never willing to do it with another guy.
Be like, it's a no then. Next. Next topic. Next
Real
topic.
Say, I don't do threesomes at all. Okay,
I personally don't feel that. I don't need it for me. So like, have I ever done one before? Yes. But would I ever do it again? Like, no. It's not. I can see why someone would say that if it's someone that they love and that they want to be with, why they wouldn't do that, Why would you, if what you say in your vows, what you're planning to be with this person, you want what y'all share intimately to be sacred to you. Like, exactly. You want it to be only y'all's. Like, that's y'all connection. So the one time y'all bring someone else, you're now manifesting other people's energy into y'all sexual atmosphere. And now you're, right. I believe in energies and spirits and all of that. So you're now inviting all of that into your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's not worth it. I did that when I was young and dumb.
That's what I'm saying. It always comes to problem. Look, y'all already know women are emotional creatures. So if the woman's really feeling you, whoever your main woman is, if she's really feeling you, and then you add another woman into the mix, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what that woman says. Oh, I ain't got a problem with it. I feel like somewhere deep down, she's going to have a problem with it. Because, my thing is, I know how you move with me. Okay? And if you're doing the same actions or the same things that I like, and you start doing that on another woman whilst I'm there, I would feel like, okay, so we don't have that special.
So this isn't special to me.
This isn't special. Like, you gonna do that with everybody. This ain't just for me. So I don't believe in the sharing the partner situation. I ain't with it. I'm not trying to be with it. It's just, nah. It's an absolute no for me. I don't believe in it. But
if people want to do it, I'm saying be aware that you're inviting something else into your atmosphere.
Exactly. Harrison Family Vlog said, would you share your friends with benefits with another woman? Candidly be. No!
Oh, what Morgan said is interesting.
Where? Okay, wait, let's go.
That they would see it as cheating.
Who would see it as cheating? Wait, hold on. Okay.
That the men would see it as cheating by if they did it with someone that they actually loved, they would see that as her cheating on him.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Man, come on, I wish this was Battle of the Sexes, because I'd have been like, okay, no, y'all gonna have to take that one down for me. Okay, so
I could see it though.
I could see that. I could see it.
But that's just for a man who thinks that way. I wouldn't say all men think that way. I think some men, they just see it as like, because honestly, it's unfair to say that men don't desire a divine connection with someone. You know what I'm saying? And so oftentimes that desire just comes out in different ways. And so them sharing that dream girl with someone else in some kind of capacity is like, if I only have eyes on you, why would I want to bring something else in?
Right. That's true.
But then it seems like it's more work too. I'm like, ain't nobody got time for all that.
Girl. Ain't no one got time for all that. I agree though. I do feel that men, I think the one that they really pick that is gonna be the one for them, I think that they do hold her special and different. But I do think that sometimes they do kind of open the gap with the threesome thing because they, you know, I feel like men get very, I'm not saying women don't, and it's not all men, so men don't hold me to this, but I feel that men get very bored in relationships sometimes. When it starts becoming a routine or regular, then they start getting bored, and men like to keep that spice up. But the funny thing is, a lot of the
I think it depends on both.
It does depend on both, because sometimes women are kind of, you know, I think we should take ownership of that too. Like, if we're not making an effort to spice it up or change it up every now and again, then you got some problems. That's all I have to say. You're gonna have some problems if it's the same thing over and over again. I don't care what no one says. I think that even just as relationships as a whole, you have to keep that thing spicy. You have to keep, not necessarily just spicy, but you have to keep doing stuff and interacting and learning your partner and doing new things together. Otherwise, either party could get bored. Because women do too. I mean, shoot. Ooh. If it's a woman that I don't care about, then it's open game. No feelings attached. But if I love you, I'm pissed. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
It's the connection. When men get connected to a woman, why do you think most of men can hold on to them getting their heart broken, high school all the way into they 26 years old, 30 years old? Like, when they love and get connected to someone, like, it's different. And I guess it depends on how they view love and what do they measure as being the top priority. So I guess that can go back to like when we were talking about the dating standards, you know? So if they see that as being like a standard in their relationship that is sacred, it would make sense why they wouldn't want someone else to be brought into the bedroom.
Right. I agree. Shanita said, I think threesomes are for younger couples and couples who have open marriages. Yeah.
See, why Real Talk gotta talk junk now? See, we give y'all props, stand up for y'all, understand y'all, and here come the gaslighting. Here comes the gaslighting.
Every time. Real, I thought you said you was in the background. You still talking? You still talking?
Listen, I always try to find the middle ground.
Okay, so Carla has a question, on tonight's topic. Do women fall in love faster than men? And if so, then why?
It's hard to put it in just one category. Because I've had a situation where he fell in love first, and then I've had a situation where I fell in love first. It depends on that person. And yeah, I can't say either one. Because I think we both kind of define love differently too. Women typically define love more off of feelings, you know, and our emotions. And men typically, I think, define it more off of like actions of things and how you make them feel or how comfortable they feel around you. And so it can happen faster for the guy, you know, but it just all depends. What is that person coming from, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got some people who they haven't got over their ex, so they in a rebound. So they tell the next person they love them, you know what I'm saying? But they love them. But so that's it's true. Like, you just never know.
I agree. That's so true. And like Morgan said, men have a whole lot of feelings. It's how they process it for me. And that's true. I feel like men, I think the reason why we may feel that women fall in love faster is because women are probably more often the ones that will come out and say it and speak it faster than the men do. I don't think necessarily that men don't fall in love fast too. I just don't feel that they really offer that up. They always try to hold back a little bit, I think. I don't know. It's a man thing. They don't want to get hurt.
It's a game and a test that they do want to keep from being hurt.
Yeah. It's all about them being hurt. And they never want to get hurt. They could hurt a million women, but they don't ever want to be the person that gets hurt because it's too.
And you know what's crazy? Oftentimes when they go in it like that, they manifest the hurt because your actions are now taking away the potential of you actually building a good connection because you're veering away from what you should be kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing. So now you're manifesting problems in your relationship because you're holding back.
Right. See, Dre Day said, yeah, we have feelings because y'all think we're weak when we show them. So that's why they don't want to show them.
See, that's an excuse.
I agree.
That's an excuse. And you want to know why I say it's an excuse? Because men love to say that they feel that they should be heads of households and they want to be heads of households. So if someone is saying that you're weak for sharing your emotions as a head, you should be able to communicate with that person and share why that's not, like, they shouldn't be able to overpower you to stop you from doing something. So now you're basically saying that the woman is the head.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Girl.
And you need to take more control of your mental health and your confidence in being able to take control in that and those feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Dre, ain't nobody about to block you. But yes, real talk. See, me and real talk, we agreeing with some stuff today. We agreeing with some stuff today.
I know.
And he's a spiritual being.
He's like, damn.
So I believe in speaking things into existence. So if you're going in speaking certain things, you know, or this fear, that fear is what's going to become your reality versus you going in open with it. But when you go in open with it, know that there is potential of a heartbreak. But with that heartbreak, there's always a lesson and something more beautiful after that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so we just have to change our perception. So when men and I was just putting this on my Twitter the other day. That's my Vince face. I don't advertise that nowhere. But listen, Twitter get ratchet, honey. So
I know. I stopped with Twitter.
And my Twitter gets ratchet. If you find me on there, then you were looking for me. So I was just saying on there because I was watching This Is Us, the season premiere last night. I was just catching up on the episode. And I like how they show Randall going through his process of going into therapy and stuff, you know? And I was just sharing that I'm tired of Black men using the excuse of why they don't open up and share their feelings is because people don't look at them and say that they're weak and can't do X, Y, and Z. If you have enough men who think and feel that way and come together and create a safe space, then everyone should be able to feel safe to come out and share because you all are going through similar feelings and thoughts, right? And so if you have confidence in that and you're creating those healthy spaces, then we can create more healthy men. And someone was like, but it is the truth. You know, we do that. I said, but you don't get what I just said. You just came back at me with another excuse. I came to you with a solution. Okay.
They're full of excuses, girl.
Because that's one thing I love. And not all Black women do this because some Black women drag their friends down because the people that told Cardi to get back were Offset, but they both toxic anyway. So if your friend is pushing you into some bad stuff, that may not be the person that you need to really be around. You know what I'm saying? True. And I think a lot of Black men stick to a lot of trauma bonds and a lot of friends that aren't really good for them. If you feel like you can't share who you are and open up and grow and build together with your friends, then they shouldn't be your friends. You should be identifying some new friends.
Amen. I agree. And that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, to be honest, though, I feel that it's not that women think you're weak. I think it's more of the fact that you don't have that friendship unit from your dudes. They'll call you weak. Guys will call guys weak in a second in a heartbeat. And, you know, don't really care or feel anywhere the less. Or their daddies. Or they have daddy issues with their daddies trying to make them be men, right? You need to be men.
A lot of men have mommy and daddy
pressure. Right. I feel like that's where the pressure comes from. Because if you, like, a lot of women, I'm one of those women. I want my man to be vulnerable with me. I feel like he should be able to be vulnerable with me. I don't want my man to not feel that he can't, if he's going through something, feeling a type of way, that he don't feel comfortable enough to think that I just want to be there to be that support system and know what's going on with you, because I expect the same thing. I expect when I'm going through something for you to be there for me. So I love when a man can be vulnerable, when he can open up and tell you his true feelings. And I feel that that's very sacred within a relationship. And you should know the woman that you're with that's not going to go and, tell everybody else. But I feel that the pressure of the weak thing comes from your friends and your daddies or your mommy, mommy daddy issues where they are making you feel like you have to be a man. That's
where the problem comes in. Like the problem comes in. So like, and that's where my problem comes in with like real talk statement. Like I feel like that's still coming with another excuse. So we are always told that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react. So if we are now at a place and we're knowledgeable of where these thoughts have come from, and we're knowledgeable that it's something that we've been taught through, you know what I'm saying, da, da, da. So now to whom much is given, much is required. So now it's your responsibility to work on healing that and fixing it, because you're now knowledgeable about the problem. So versus us continuously keep bringing up, well, the problem is this because of this. The problem is this because of this. The problem is this because of this. Listen, I'm tired of hearing this broken record. You know the problem. Yes. So let's do something to fix the problem. Because life is 10% of what happens to you. So you're living in that 10% versus taking that 90% and turning it around into something positive to change the narrative, to change society, and stop feeling like you're so powerless that you don't have the power to do what needs to be done, because you do have the power. Because if you really acted out of that king energy that we got a black men that like to be called kings and they acted like a king. A king arises to the occasion. The king is put with adversity in front of him, and he finds ways to maneuver himself through that chess table, on how to be able to dominate that with his queen by his side, If she gets knocked over, she gets knocked over, but the king, the game is not over till he's gone. So right now, I feel a lot of our black men are allowing themselves to get taken down on the chessboard, when in reality, you need to allow yourself to have more control and realize you have more power than what you're allowing yourself to have. Just step out in it.
I agree. I 100% agree.
We keep being told that we can't be bitter because some man hurt us and da-da-da. Y'all can't act like that. You chose the wrong baby daddy and da-da-da-da-da.
And they always put the blame back on us. But what about the blame of your actions?
And so
that man's actions.
And so me changing how life has happened is me actually raising the child and not giving up the child. So I'm doing something with the limits that were given to me. Now, do all women do that? No, because I ended up, being raised by my dad after the age of 10. And so you have different, I've seen it, from different angles. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, real talk. I think I probably missed that video. I probably did. I don't know. I like to play chess. So maybe that's what it is too. He said, I probably did see it because I'll be catching up on all y'all videos. I don't be counting on all of them,
but yeah, he had a whole chess video and talking about people in his chess video. I don't know why black men don't agree with doing therapy. Girl, it's hard to get a man to go to therapy. They don't believe they need to speak to nobody. They perfect.
Oh yeah, my ex told me I don't need to go to therapy. I don't need no therapist. I'm like, sir, you have so much trauma right now.
My ex done told me that too. What do we need to go? Why do I need to go to therapy for? I was like, therapy's a good thing. Like
I go to therapy. So I thought me showing that, hey, it's a good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? He up here like, basically, you need it. Like, dang, like.
Men don't want to speak. Men don't want to talk about therapy. They don't. That's the thing. I feel like they even look at therapy as them being weak. Like, it's just any type of help or opening up, they don't ever want to do it. It has to be real bad for a man to really want to go to therapy like that. It takes a lot, y'all. It takes a lot. Real Talk said, my therapy is sitting out in the sun and meditation. Okay.
So you see how Dre Day is basically bringing another excuse. Real Talk has already said that. we gave solutions, and we're still talking on that same sentence of
same.
Like, and that's why Black people to this day still are waiting on 40 acres and a mule. Because we like to keep talking about everything that has happened that has caused us to be where we're at now. We know that. Let's take the power back and just be like, we know they're not going to give this. We know this is not a safe space. Like,
exactly.
We've already talked about social conditioning. And since you know that, allow yourself to be strong enough to fight against it. They fight against Black women. We're easy targets. Black women are easy targets. But social conditioning is not an easy target for you to attack, basically, is what you're saying. So it's easy for us to have messed up relationships because, and I'm not saying all Black women try to work on themselves either, because some of us out here is wretched. And I didn't say ratchet, I said wretched. Okay? There's a difference. I understand that.
Truth.
And truth. Harrison, I get that, but too many are not taking the process. We still are hearing it's because of social, it's because we haven't been given the space, it's because of this, it's because of that. And then they don't want to get therapy for that woman. They don't want to open up and share. So
what do y'all want us to do at this point?
We can't do it. And that's what I'm saying, Harrison. It requires social deconstruction. The only way you can deconstruct it is if you build your own. So similar to where I was giving the example of Black people still waiting for their 40 acres and a mule, we're waiting for a government to give us something that is clearly never going to give us, okay?
Right.
So when will we finally let go of that and stop relying on a certain political party, relying on certain political figures, relying on certain aspects to give us what we need when we can start creating that as a whole if we really saw how powerful we were as a whole and as a unit. And only way we can do that is if we have people come to the table who are actively working on themselves to do it. So in the same thing of the relationship, a lot of problems in relationships is that it's not a lot of people who are not really working on themselves and getting to that place of where they need to be. So for example, real talk, you shared that you go through your stuff with meditation and sitting in the sun. That is a great way to release and get things out if you are spiritually conditioned to be able to do that in a productive way. Not everyone knows how to do that. It takes a lot to be able to process in that manner without processing outwardly with someone else to help you process your thoughts through. So I applaud you on that. Not everyone can do that. So what can we do for our brethren who need to get things out and they're getting things out by how they act? And so my vlog that's actually releasing tonight, it's been uploaded. I don't need to do this stuff, whatever. But it's on trauma-informed care. And trauma-informed care is all about understanding how a person's trauma can affect their actions moving forward, okay? And as an adult, once we become aware of our traumas, we're responsible for that. So I can no longer go through life and say that I'm breaking generational curses because my mom was addicted to drugs and I'm a sexual assault survivor, a serial sexual assault survivor, a neglect survivor, an abuse survivor, a domestic violence survivor. Yet Mona Cole is still able to sit in front of you and be working on myself and trying to build and grow myself because I'm taking responsibility of who I am as a person, and I'm not allowing everything to happen to me. Now, there are people who have gone through less than what I've gone through, and they can't get out of what they're going through because they weren't able to have that avenue to get it out. I understand that. But if you're at a place where you can get it out and you understand it and you know it, you need to take advantage of that. And that's why I don't take excuses, because I done seen so much of life that it's just like, damn, I'm here. I'm not supposed to be alive.
And that's the thing. You never know what someone's gone through. But, and I agree with you. I hate the excuses because I'm just like, okay, so what are you doing to make this better? What are you doing to make a change? What are you doing? And a lot of the time people can't answer that question. A lot of the time there is nothing. I'm not doing anything. Like I'm just sitting around hoping things change. Change doesn't happen like that. You can't just sit down and hope things are gonna change. And I really do feel that the discussion of men and them releasing their emotions and being vulnerable is a big thing. And I think that needs to be covered because y'all need to work on that. Like, there's so much more to you being a strong man than you just being tough all the time. It's so much more to that.
Because that's not what strength is.
Exactly. I find a lot more strength in people that know they have problems, know that they have an issue, and are working to fix that or are working on themselves. That is more strength to me than, oh yeah, well, I can do everything. You know, I'm just great and I ain't got no problems or no issues.
Strength is doing something that's difficult. Strength is doing something that's difficult. It's something that you withstand and you get through, you know what I'm saying, within strength. So if you're just taking the comfortable route, you're actually not operating out of your strength. You're operating out of comfort. You know what I'm saying? So you're actually not exercising yourself to keep getting stronger. So now you're going to find yourself 50 years old with still the mentality of a 20-year-old because you're still living with that 20-year-old mind because you never exercised yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and you chose to live in your excuses.
I agree. Absolutely, 100% agree. Okay.
I was hoping some conversation was going to be coming in. I'm like, where the comments?
Girl, they fighting with each other today.
What's going on?
But, okay. I know even the men are kind of silent for today's discussion. I'm surprised. They're kind of quiet, but it's okay. So what do you think about the 90-day rule?
So, okay, let's put it this way. I don't know if any of y'all are into Sweetie. I love Sweetie. So she has in one of her songs, she was like, I'm going to show you how to bag an 8-figure man. I'm not going to say the other word. So her episode that she released today, she does this like Sweetie University. And the topic was how to bag an 8-figure man. In that topic, it basically says that you have to live the life of what you want to attract. Okay. So if what you're attracting is someone who really identifies the strength of a person or the strength of a relationship, or if they want to invest in you in that amount of time, or someone who puts people through tests like that, then that's what that's what you're going to attract. Like that's what you're going to pull in. But if you're trying to bag an 8-figure man, you're going to be in places where an 8-figure man is at. You're going to act like a woman who's attracting an 8-figure man, you know? And so when it comes to that 90-day rule aspect, if that's what you're attracting and what you want, go and do that. But what I'm attracting is someone who finds connection in what we bring to the table, what we can do as a union. Because to me, I value the resourcefulness of marriage more than the love component. Now, do I feel that love is important? Yes. But I feel that the main component is, can we build something stable? Is this something that'll be resourcefulness for both of us? Is this something where we both can grow and develop within that aspect? Like, are we compatible in the things that's really going to keep something going? And that's just from my personal research of watching failed marriages and marriages that are excelling, you know? And so in that, to me, I agree with you, real talk. I'm not putting it out there like, okay, I'm dating somebody new. He ain't getting the goodies to 90 days. If I'm dating you and that's what's in that moment and I decide to want to date you after 2 months, I'm going to do it. Like, if that's what we're feeling in that, you know, I'm not just going to be like, some may happen. And one day we never even get a chance to get it in. And I'll be like, dang, I should have rolled that horse, honey.
That regret.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, just live your life and don't just define it on that. I don't just define my relationships off of that, which is why when I said earlier, I could date a virgin, like I could marry a virgin if we find that we're compatible within certain ways of what we believe and what we're working on and what we're building. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I can't do is be with someone for 90 days and they're not doing anything productive with themselves in their life and because I'm gonna let you go before then. So we ain't even gonna make it there.
Yeah, I agree. Morgan said 90 days isn't that long, but it seems controlling. Like, am I controlling myself or test him?
And what's the purpose? Because now you're not being yourself. You're just allow things to flow. And I can say this because I do the same thing. Like, one of my flaws is the aspect of wanting to control stuff. So I have to always that's where my anxiety comes from. I have to stop myself, be like, Monica, you can't really make a difference here. You can't control this. And I have to keep bringing myself back, you know? And I think that's the same thing that a lot of people go by, where it's like, oh, I'm going to make him wait 90 days so he know that I'm serious and I'm something to check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a trick. And if I got to trick you into being able to find and see my value, Like,
right.
I don't want you.
I don't think that they should be able to. I mean, I don't think that they should be able to judge females by when they sleep with you, because it's different. I think it's different with a lot
You
of.
slept with me too. So should I be judging you for how soon you slept with me?
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. For real. You sure did sleep with me too. So I mean,
we did this together.
Shoot, Nia said, I don't believe in the 90-day rule. I got video on it.
Oh, I need to find that one.
I need to go watch that one too.
I need to find that one.
Exactly.
That's my alley.
Right. Morgan said, I'm serious on day one. I'm not dating for giggles. Okay, right. That's what I'm saying.
When we come in, you know, my intention is that I am intending to preparing like we're going into courtship and marriage. I'm not here just to find somebody to have fun with, honey. My life is already busy.
Right.
Do you want to see how much my time costs? Do you want to see how much my time costs? And men want to get mad when you say, are you going to pay some? Do you not realize? Send me an invoice of your time too. I ain't going to waste yours either.
Right.
Sure.
Don't make me start that McDonald's conversation again, because these
girl, that's the
with
whole
the
thing, honey.
I want to take you to McDonald's on a date. Who?
You
Not
listen.
Me.
Don't
you
play the game, honey.
McDonald's. I ain't going.
And that's just because I'm not eating there. Sure.
Right.
You give me a McFlurry or some cookies.
Oh, but yeah, no. I personally don't think. I think that the 90-day rule, I agree. I think it's crazy. I don't think that it's anything that we need to live our lives by. I think that you know when it's right for you in that situation with that partner that you're with. Don't give it up if you don't want to. And if you do want to, then give it up. You know, I mean, shoot, I don't regret when I give anybody anything. I don't regret it. You know, I do it when I'm ready. If that's something
I had a friend who had sex with her husband on the first date, honey. Okay.
See?
They married, got a baby, thriving house. Black love.
And some men would have looked at her like, oh no, she easy.
And the thing is that she's not easy. She just had she was led and felt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Men, how many of you guys think that you would say that the woman is easy, she gives it up to you on the first date? I want to know. Because a lot of guys do feel that way. They do feel that, oh, nah, hell no, she can sleep with me on the first date. How many other guys did she sleep with on the first date? And that's not the case, honey. It's not that. It's just that she slept with you because she felt a connection with you, that she wanted to explore. That's it. She likes you. That's a good thing.
I think it takes a childish, insecure person to just think that way. Right. I really think it's an insecurity.
Right.
No, real talk was like, whatever worked for you, honey.
Right. Harrison said, not for me. Harrison feels that way. Not me. Okay, so y'all fine with women that sleeps with you on a first date. Harrison said, I don't trust it. Harrison, why do you not trust it?
Because men usually don't connect in that way. But then you got to also think back to his process. Like Harrison, you know, he's an ordained minister, like pastor. Like, why would he be out here sleeping around on that first date? You know what I'm saying? So he's following.
But my thing is, the pastor's a human. Shoot, how many pastors done made?
Oh, I know some thotty pastors, honey. Because I showed and got some. Got some brain from some.
Okay, they go feeling. Shoot, I know some pastors that be flirting just like people that ain't religious. Okay, or
Shanita is funny.
They should be doing.
Why Shanita said he don't believe children? So here's it. But what if, okay, so say if it was a long distance relationship, y'all talk every day, 4 or 5 hours a day for 2 months. Y'all finally meet each other in person, have a date, kick it off, and y'all get to that intimate moment. Is that something that you could do? Because you said it's something, how can you trust and not know them? But what if you talk every day and you get to know them in that way?
Because that happened to me. I'm not even going to lie. That happened to me with the guy that I was seeing that was in the military. And we had been speaking for months, way before we had met. We've been speaking, video calling, everything. And then that first date, it just happened. It just felt right. We both were kind of shocked, but it happened. I don't know.
That's real. That's how it was with my last relationship. It was long distance. So we knew each other virtually for like years, from the talking and dating, like everyday aspect. Like when I say it was like a work shift time, like I wasn't sleeping, okay?
Right.
Falling asleep on FaceTime type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, but some people, they would say, oh, that was still too soon. Like you can't define it.
You can't. You really can't. Harrison said, don't get me wrong. I want sex. And honestly, it would be hard for me to resist in that situation, Mo. I would have developed some feelings by then. Exactly. So it's not wrong, right?
Because to some people, they would say, oh, that's the first date. But in reality, y'all have started building. And with today's technology, you're not just sending each other letters through the postal service. Like, you're actually seeing each other. Like, but I understand the aspect of wanting to resist her in that too.
I mean, I get why other men think that way. Hell, I used to, but I understand that people get to know each other real well before the first date. Yeah, they do. You can be speaking every single day and talking before you even get to that first date, and then the first date finally eventually happens. Circumstance, scheduling issues, who knows? But I'm glad that you got okay. Harrison said, but I would try hard to resist regardless and probably avoid being alone with her.
I understand. Here,
right, so you wouldn't put yourself in that position for it to happen,
which is smart.
That's smart. But okay, like okay, so I get it, like, because you're coming from the religious aspect of dating, so I completely understand. But realistically speaking, what is the benefit to waiting?
Within the faith, the act of waiting shows that you can hold restraint in giving yourself, but it also shows that that's a jewel of yourself, because in the Bible, it says a lot of aspect of like sex is to procreate, to have sex with intention for that potential. So it wasn't usually meant as just something to do for pleasure, except in Songs of Solomon, because Solomon was getting it in, honey. But
because I mean, my thing, okay, look, I did it right with my husband. I refused to. I said, because you're going to be my husband, I refuse to sleep with you. And I held out, and I waited until after our wedding. And then on our wedding night, was it our wedding? No, it wasn't even the wedding night. Too tired, shoot. He done knocked out and I done knocked out. The next day, it finally happened, right? Me and my husband are no longer together now. So, what was the purpose? What was the benefit? I was coming at it from a Christian aspect too. And I wanted my marriage to be different from every other relationship. So I just wanted to try something different. Okay. I'm going to do it the right Christian way. We ain't going to sleep together. We going to make it down the aisle. And then after that, we'll sleep together and have all the sex in the world we want to. And now I look back at it and I'm kind of like, what was the benefit of that? We still ain't together now. So I should just do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you're not living your life. You're not living your life for you.
Well, I think part of it too is that we have approached life from this place of like we're supposed to find this one life partner to be with for the rest of our life. And part of me honestly believes that a lot of us were meant to be serial monogamous. We weren't meant to only have one intimate soulmate in that way throughout our lifetime. We were meant to have different people for different times in our life to teach us different things, you know, and then eventually we have that ending life partner. Now, some people may find it in the beginning, some people force it and keep it and they just end up miserable on their dying bed, or some people, you know, you just never know what it is. And so in those instances, like I honestly just take it as, and even in this last situation, I just take it as, you know what, I know what I felt. I know I was there 100%. I know I gave myself 100%. I know what I learned about myself. I know I learned a new trigger about myself. And now I'm taking that and I'm moving it into when I decide to be monogamous and in a relationship with someone else in the future. Like,
right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like a lot of his family, because he would tell people, he's like, oh no, she ain't giving me none. She said I can't get none till the wedding. And a lot of his family was like, you don't want to test it out before you get married to him? And I was like, no. I said, I have faith. I have faith that I'm not going to be in that type of situation. And luckily I wasn't, you know, but at the same time, it's kind of like, what's the point? See, bums BASV said, I've never thought about it that way. Exactly.
We like to have possession over people. We like to have possession over that. We like to feel like something is ours. We like to have something that's ours. So who don't want to say my wife, my husband? That's mine. That's my possession. You know what I'm saying? We always speak about it in a possession versus, and this is what I learned from this last one that I had, was just how much I like to see like my man, this is what it, no, we should really allow that person to be them and how we come together. You know what I'm saying? And if it works out for a lifetime, so be it. If it doesn't, whatever. NDRE has this song that's called Beautiful Surprise. And she talks about, her meeting this man and, it's so beautiful and this is and that. She's like, I have no idea how long you're going to be here, whether if it is for right now, eternity, or future. Like, I'm going to enjoy what I got from this experience. And I think if we take that and employ that into our relationships more, we won't be as hurt getting out of them, because we will take away that possession. And that's where my problem was.
I see what you're saying. I just think people like titles. I feel that people like titles because to them, it kind of gives them a sense of security within that relationship.
When in reality, why do we need to, and I'm speaking to myself, why do we need to feel secure that this person is fully with us? If we trust them and we love them and we love what we have and what we're building, and we're connected to like that, our universe, whatever it is that we believe, you know what I'm saying? If we're connected to that, we'll allow that to flow us in the direction that it needs to flow in. But
I think it's funny, right? Because I just read Real say, I hate titles. So Real, I'm just wondering, if you're with a woman, I have a question. If you're with a woman and somebody asks her if she's in a relationship or not, what would you want her to say? Because the title comes with that. Like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. Yes, I'm someone's woman.
You're single until married and how you decide to be. That's what, that's why I made a mistake at and not really living that aspect. But let you tell a man that too. You mean single until not all men, but some.
Not one man in this chat would be happy with that woman not acknowledging that they're there, like that they are.
Wait, Harrison, who's throwing shade? Morgan said she's keeping the possession. She said, "Give me my title." Sure.
Morgan, I'm with you. I'm keeping my possession too. No, he's mine. He's mine. Okay.
So single is different because I'm taking possession over myself, as we should be. That's the only thing we can control in this life is ourselves. So me saying that I'm single is saying that I'm in possession of myself and I'm in control of myself. Like, that's fine. That's fine with single being a title. He said she asking for her friend.
Y'all crazy. I was like, look at Harrison and Real. Like, you two. Behave now in the chat. Behave. I just wanted to know, because I have a funny feeling that none of y'all would be comfortable with that if the woman isn't acknowledging the fact that you're her man or whatever. Because now we don't have titles. If you take away the title aspect of it, people don't know what they're in, right?
That's true.
People outside of your relationship don't know what you're in. So you taking away a title, and I mean, of course, men all day probably wouldn't care if they had a title or not, because, it just makes them look good.
I think titles can make something stressful too. I know with the title, we kind of change up that friend foundation stuff sometimes too, because then more expectations kind of come with it. And reality, sometimes we do put too many expectations in a relationship. When in reality, the less expectations that we have is the happier we'll be in the relationship. Right. And sometimes we got to go through a heartbreak to realize that.
That's true. That's true. Yes. Y'all don't expect.
Wait, why putting tomatoes? What that mean? They throwing tomatoes?
They say they throwing tomatoes.
That's what that mean? What you doing tomatoes at? What I say?
Yes, they throwing tomatoes, girl. They say in the house Shanita was throwing shade. Shanita said, leave it to Dre and his mystery woman. They're unavailable. Hey. Shanita, at least they claiming each other, though. You know?
Oh, so Harrison is currently dating someone.
He is dating he's dating. Well, I don't even know how to explain what Harrison's doing because it'd be so complicated.
That's why he's taking a break from his. That's why he's taking a break from his YouTube channel.
He's taking a break because
he said he's taking a break from some of his YouTube stuff. So you need to get some more time to your situation.
He needs to pay attention to some other unavailable things in his life.
Listen, what Morgan said, she said the only expectation I got is don't try me.
Yes, Morgan. Oh my God. Yes, honey. Don't try me. I feel you.
Don't try me, or it's gonna be a problem up in here.
Shoot, look. My expectation is this. This is my expectation in every relationship. Respect me and I will respect you. And that is my expectation.
Actually, so we can't even really say respect me and then I'll respect you.
Well, respect me and I'll respect you.
There we go. Because some of us do be out here like, I ain't doing it if you ain't doing it. Like, no.
I feel that both partners need to just respect each other's boundaries. I think you need to have a clear conversation of what your boundaries are as an individual. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you need to let your partner know that boundary too. And as long as you guys can respect, stick to it, stay within those boundaries. Don't try and push the limit. A lot of the time people try to test their partners and push that limit. And it kind of gets you in hot water and it kind of just don't really work out. Don't test it. Just respect what they say. Respect where they're at. Because that's my biggest thing in relationships is respect. Like, I just want you to respect me. Because I'm not going to do anything that's not respecting you. I don't do anything that I wouldn't respect back. And I'm not going to treat you, or I'm not going to set these expectations of what I want you to do, and I'm not doing them myself. I just don't feel that that's right. And I think that a lot of partners, women and men, do that. Mm-hmm. They'll do whatever the hell they want, but their partner needs to not do these things. And their relationship should be run that way. Not with me. It's that's not childish. That type of situation. Yeah. Mm-mm. 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 Is that right, V? Yes, real. That is right. Okay. That is very right.
Don't come for her.
Okay, so Monica, do you believe a man's worth is the same as a woman's worth within a relationship? Or do you think or do you think they're different?
Yeah, I think they're both equally important. You need both for balance. But what's being defined in worth may be a little bit different, but they both are being defined on the same playing field on their worth mentally, their worth, you know what I'm saying, physically. Are they willing to, you know what I'm saying, work, get things done, you know what I'm saying, take care of house and home? Like, are you able to take care of the most important things? And that work stuff should be defined that, as well as exercising the strengths of both people, you know, right. Because what one person may bring to the table is being strong, the next person may have it as a big weakness. So then you need to see the worth between both of y'all would be on how y'all are able to problem solve and get through certain things, you know? Yeah. So I think both people are equally worth, both people are equally worth, but you need to first know your worth, live in your worth, and treat people as in the same. Like, I don't think there's a difference in balance at all. Even though society may say so.
Woman. Oh, yeah, I agree. Real says a man and a woman is just as important as each other in life, period.
Even though life doesn't make it so, like, there's still a problem that a lot of jobs and corporations don't give men maternity leave. You know, there's still a problem with the rate of pay rate. There's still a sexist glass ceiling in certain industries. So there's still areas where we say that worth is a little uneven for both sexes, because we know that a lot of political policies tend to weigh towards the woman more than the man. So what can we look at as identifying what worth really looks like? And so it's a lot that goes into that question.
Do you feel that women's roles and men's roles within a relationship are dated?
Oh yeah. I mean, if for me and how I was raised that the woman, you know, is supposed to keep home nice. You're supposed to always look good. You know, you're supposed to be in this role aspect, submissive, on one side. And then the other side, I was raised to go to college, get your career together, do all that before you get everything else, you know? But I know other people are raised in certain ways too. So it just depends on what you were raised on and what you see as what you want as what works for you. Like, but for me, don't expect me to be in the kitchen cooking with an apron and some heels on and a thong Monday through Friday when you get home from work, because that's not what it's going to look like.
That ain't realistic.
That ain't what it's going to look like. I'm going to let you know.
I agree. I 100% agree. Sure. I mean, to me, I think that's kind of a hard question too. It depends on what you was raised with and how you view life. But a part of me does think that in the day and age that we're living in now, that the roles, either sex's role is outdated. I think that so much things have changed. So many, you know, you have the strong, independent woman now. So we're living,
which is a facade. Which is a lot of it is a facade. Right. Because we be pushing that on a little too much sometimes. Like some of it is a response to trauma.
It could be.
A lot of it is our response to trauma. So similar to how we were saying, like, men earlier holding their feelings and stuff because they're saying the world hasn't made it simple for them to be able to do X, Y, and Z. That's why a lot of women have become hardened off to being able to be soft within, you know, certain aspects. And not saying that every woman is supposed to, but I will say that I believe that women and men both embody different inner energies. And women, when you bring that feminine aspect, that divine feminine to an energy, and your man brings his divine masculine, and when both of those come together, that's powerful. But if you have a woman that's operating too much in her masculine than in her feminine, or a man that's operating too much in, you know, like, what Real Talk talking about? I was like, I'm not too on there.
I'm surprised you said that. Yeah.
Like, I just feel it's not fair for us to keep putting that, and now we're using it in everything and pushing this strong Black woman, which is not doing anything but causing more friction between between the Black woman and the Black man, because we're becoming more hardened. So some of us,
okay, but we're becoming more hardened. But why are men not being more open to it? Because they're still trying to keep us in our box. Is that where we're at?
And that's where a lot of disconnect
in our roles.
That's where a lot of disconnect. Shanita, I will say some girls are taught to be strong as well. It depends on who raises you. So my dad raised me as a man. I don't want to say as a man, but he raised me as, don't depend on no man for nothing. Do this, take care of this. If a man don't bring this to the table, dump him. If a man don't like da. That was my dad. You know what I'm saying?
That's my dad.
Now, the other side, my grandmother was the homemaker. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I had to learn that feminine aspect. You know what I'm saying? And what I can really bring. Because the reality is that women, we do have more power if we're able to be in tune with that feminine. So oftentimes we can start off and be in tune in that feminine. Then the man can do something dumb and we get thrown off. So now we just... When in reality, we needed to exercise that a little bit more and really figure out how things could go. Like, that's the reality. And I'm just saying this from an aspect of, like, me personally. I had to come to realization to smack myself upside the head. Like, Monica, that part was your problem, sis. Like, because life is, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, we have the strong, independent Black woman, but I think we need to have balance between the roles of what that independent woman is and what she does, and not take away from the fact of, yes, you can do these things, but it's okay to let go and not feel like you have to be in control of everything. Because that's all that is. A go-getter is someone who has control of everything. The go-getter is someone who has control of their destiny. So if you feel like you're moving your life in a way where you have to be in control of everything, it can sometimes be hard balancing that with the relationship. And that's why we find a lot of successful Black women in areas who keep moving up. We find that a lot of them are still single, because we've been, the ones of us who have been raised to that capacity, you know, and we have these this, you know what I'm saying? It's hard sometimes to be able to balance, because we can't bring that same thing to a relationship. Because this capitalistic world that we live in is all masculine. Ain't nothing about this feminine. You can't go into business thinking like a woman. I mean, you can in the capacity of like the care and getting in tune with your customers and people, but how you go about it, you can't approach it from that feminine. You got to go about it from another energy. You know what I'm saying? And when we're operating only in that energy, it becomes hard to balance it with both. And so I do feel that, yes, strong Black woman, is important to have strength within yourself, but I am not, that's why I said earlier, I don't classify myself as a feminist, because I feel that a feminist sometimes take it a little, the movement. I don't agree with the movement. Okay. Because me personally, as I know, I need my masculine. I ain't even gonna lie and say that I don't want like I do. And so I'm working on me to work on having a balance between the businesswoman and the future wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I just said the other day, I would like to be, I agreed with like Jeannie Mai and what she said with the fact that she's a strong, independent woman when it comes to every other aspect of her life. But in her marriage, she wants to be submissive. She wants to take more of a submissive role. I understood where she was coming from with that. I kind of agree. Like I want my man to lead. Yes, I do, but I don't want my man to hold me in a box and think that I can only do these certain things within this box, and I need him to tell me like where our life is or what's going on or blah blah blah. No, I
think both need to be submissive. Both need to be submissive to each other. And so when I say, like, when I come home from, when the work day, I end the work day, I don't want to feel like I have to take control of everything at home either. So what being submissive is knowing that you have a partner that you can work through with things. You don't have to make all the decisions on your own. Sometimes your partner is better at making this decision. Sometimes you're better at making this decision. Sometimes your partner is able to help you relax after that long day. That's you being submissive. You're allowing them to operate in their positives. Right. That's all submissive is. Because I don't believe in the whole, the man got to do this. No, that ain't, when we were talking about submission the other time, like that's what I was trying to get at. That's not what it is to me. It's one of those, we allow each other to operate in our positives. So now you could be submissive to me when needed. I could be submissive to you, and we're not fighting each other, because we're already fighting this world and all of this masculine energy.
Yeah. And I think Logic made a point the other day where he was saying, I ain't never heard a man say he runs his household. He said, I ain't never heard a man say that he runs his household. I said, well, I have. Some men think they really do. And some women do allow them, though. There's some women that do take those old school roles of, whatever your daddy say, that's it. Or whatever he wants, that's it. Or this is his house. I don't know how they do it, but there are women that do that, and there are some men that feel that way. I sure as hell would never be in that situation. Ever. I can't.
And it all depends on the person. It worked for my granny, but it wasn't for me, honey.
See? I got too much mouth. I can't. Like, I can try and be silent about certain things, but like Shanita said the other day, if I know you doing something wrong or it's longer, I'ma say something. Like, I can't help. I'm not gonna sit there and just let us both go down the wrong way. Hell no. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
See, Morgan said there's just some things I just will not do. But I can be submissive. I honestly can. I can be submissive. I like, I like to cook for my man, or I like to do those types of female things that women are supposed to do. But then at the same time, I don't want you to expect that I'm the only person that's going to be cooking every day of the week.
Yes,
I'm the only person doing that. Like,
my man needs to cook.
you can go in that kitchen just as much as I go in that kitchen, okay? You can take care of the kids just as much as I can take care of the kids. I don't believe in those old school rules or those old school roles of it's a woman's place to do these things and it's a man's place to do these things. I just don't believe in that anymore. I think that's definitely dated. But nobody is telling a woman to be silent. I just tell mouthy women to pipe down because a lot of women just talk too much. Real, you was doing oh so well until that comment.
So, sis, we got to be honest though. We all know a woman who can go from 0 to 10. I don't know. Real Talk had just put it on that video on his thing. The video of the girl getting mad at the man because he washed the chicken with the soap.
Girl, that video had me dying. Oh my God.
Prime example.
Come on now.
No. There's no excuse for that, sis. She did not have to respond to him in the way that she responded. I don't care if that was your last $3. You did not need to respond to him.
Tired. We don't know if she was stressed out, tired, or what.
What did I say earlier about excuses? What did I say earlier about excuses to our Black men? That's an excuse that a lot of Black women that we allow ourselves and our mamas and our grandmamas and our great-great-grandmamas to do because they did it to us. When we did so wrong in the kitchen, I told you, some of us got hit with pots and pans, whatever was close. Okay?
No, I'm sorry. I agree though, but I disagree with you on this because I think that some things are just damn common sense. Okay?
No, if you've never, sis, if you've never rode a bike and you give somebody a bike and tell them to ride the bike, they gonna fall. So if this man has never ever washed chicken a day in his life, only thing he's ever washed is the dishes in the sink at the end of the day when his mama got done cooking food and she never had him in the kitchen with her. He thinking about the dish soap.
Girl, no.
He thinking about the dish soap.
No, girl. Something's just common sense. Now, would you?
I'm a special education teacher. I'm a special education teacher. I understand how people on the autism spectrum, the Asperger's spectrum, people who have different understandings of the world. So when we approach people, we can't automatically just assume, well, this was common sense. To you. To you, it was common sense. To them, it was common sense to use soap to clean soap.
But girl, wait. Let's just say, okay, he's not special. Okay, let's say he's just a regular dude that's got all his senses. Okay, but he just don't know. He ain't never washed chicken. Okay, but my thing is, if you have never washed chicken, then just ask how you want me to wash this. Like, that's not complicated. Let me tell you something. After a long day, if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking and then you go and do that to my chicken, I'm going off on your ass too. I don't care. I'm done. I would go off on him too. I'd be like, what the hell? And I'd be like, you know what? You need to go to the store and buy something to eat because I ain't even cooking no more.
So you see how you just said that? That's what I was just about to say. How you just said what you would have did, I could see that as being a quick reaction. Sis had a whole conniption. She threw everything away, stormed off, called this man every name in the book. That's toxic, and there's no way that we can give excuse to that. Your response, your first response would have been like, "Did you really just put soap on my damn chicken? I need you to go to the store right now. Give me some more chicken." That's understandable. That's understandable. But where Real Talk was saying, women that talk too much. When she started taking it a little bit further, no, sis, you're doing too much.
What you supposed to do? Okay, what the hell you gonna do with that chicken now?
Find a solution. life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react. It didn't happen now. You said what you had to say. Somebody need to go get some more damn chicken. If you can't get no more damn chicken, you need to go in there and just finish boiling some rice and some and figure out what to do tomorrow. Like,
oh no, girl, we ain't going back to the store to buy no more chicken at this point. No, you gonna go and get the cooked meal. Okay, go to a restaurant, buy dinner, and bring that dinner back because I'm over that. At this point, I'm done. You done ruined my mood. Your ass is never coming in the kitchen with me again. No. No.
But since we can't do that, we can't do that. So think about if that was one of our kids, right? One of our kids first time doing something and they mess up, okay, and we do that and we don't give them a chance to get better.
That's a kid though. That's
no, children and adults are the same.
He a grown ass man living with
What did I say earlier? Some of us is 40-year-olds and a 20-year-old body. 40-year-olds with a 20-year-old mind. So in this situation, it just may be that young homie really just ain't got it, and we can't expect that. Like, even though I feel like that video was staged, I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody says that they think it was staged. Yeah,
if it did really happen in real life, like there are women who will go from 0 to 10 over something that you probably could have talked through and just found a solution. And in that, I would be like, babe, you don't put soap on chicken. When you wash meat, you just use the water. You don't use hot water because you don't want to start cooking it. Like, you just tell them through that process.
No, you know why you respond that way? It's because you work with special people. So that's why you have now trained yourself to speak in a different way. But the regular woman, and this her man, ain't doing that hell.
But it ain't okay.
That's
toxic. What she did was toxic, sis.
No, what his ass should have done, if he does not know, this is the problem. See, men don't like to ask for help. If your ass does not know what you're supposed to do when a woman asks you to do something, then ask, how do I do that?
He should have, but he didn't. He should have, but he didn't. So we can only control our act. So now, and this is why I'm saying this. If this is a man that, look, this is why I'm saying it's not okay? And everything I say is be from experience, y'all, because I done messed up some relationships. I done did good in relationships. So when we do that, when it comes to men, you know how we were talking about safe spaces earlier? And how men can oftentimes feel like they don't have a safe space or anyone they can come to and talk to. When we react to them in that way, sometimes with things that they do, it causes them to close up. Okay? Because if they're just now getting comfortable with learning how to share certain things, you know what I'm saying? Get certain things out there, and when they do something, you know what I'm saying? Even if it is the dumbest thing in the world, because we all know men do dumb shit. They do dumb stuff. Okay? They do dumb stuff. But if it's a man that we want to really build with, and we're trying to take it to that place, we're going to have to combat that dumb energy with something a little different to get what it is that we need to get from it. Because if not, we're going to mess up that connection if homie ain't in tune with himself to get it together yet. Now, if he's a man who's in tune with his emotions and his feelings, y'all will be able to talk it through and get it out. But even in that, if a man was in tune with his emotions and feelings, he wouldn't be with a woman like that. So that's the double-edged sword.
That's the thing. I feel like you know who you're getting with, right? You should know the type of woman you're with. Sometimes, a lot of the times, the men like the loud woman.
That's true.
Whether they're undateable, because they be in relationships all the time.
They sure do, honey. Getting flued out.
Right.
Because a lot of men like being submissive. So there's a whole dominatrix world out there. Like, you know, I like to explore it and learn that. Like in my book that's coming out, I'm going to be talking about, look, real talk. Yes, that's why I said he was dumb. He was real dumb. But in that situation, if it was with another man in another situation that wasn't exactly chicken, but when we be popping off over stuff, that can cause a man to shut down. So, girl, what was I just saying?
It can, but then, it's up to the man to kind of fight back. You know, if you got a loud woman, you need to
But not if that's his personality. So in that whole world of the dominatrix, where a man wants some women to overpower them. And those are usually a lot of cash pigs or men who like to, do things to just keep the woman pleased. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's just because that's that man and his fetish. Like, Carla is hilarious. Sis, I get it, but I'm telling you, like, that's why we be causing some of these disconnects with these men, though. Because we go off. And they then shut off, and if they're not in tune with themselves, and so we have to learn how to react to things a little bit more, a little better, because we don't do that all the time. And I know that's me. I will blast you on social media and then cry a week later, like, why I do that? I should have did that. No, we can't do that.
Girl, I swear, like, I would have done the same thing. Like, I'm throwing the whole damn chicken away, and yeah, you going to go get some food, because I'm done. I ain't even cooking no more. I'm not in the mood to cook no more. Nah, your ass can go to the store. I can't. I just can't.
Listen, we the type, we're like them Sour Patch Kids sometimes. Like, we be sour on the outside. So I don't know if you ever saw that old commercial where the Sour Patch Kids would cut the person's hair. So the sour part would cut the hair. Then afterwards they'll go up and give it a hug. Like, you just cut all my hair. And now you want me to open up to you again? You just,
as long as she apologizes later,
sis.
I don't know if I could apologize for stupidity though. Because if your ass is stupid, I can't apologize for that. I'll be like, what the hell? And then I'm probably gonna call your mama and be like, why is this boy putting dishwasher so is that what you did in your house? Like, I need to know. Child. Oh my God.
Listen, Morgan, because my last be like, that's why it did. Because he did some more BS, and instead of me doing what I should have did, I blasted him. And he was like, So even though it ended because of what I did, everything he did before then got canceled out.
God, it's for you now.
But the reality is that I'm not responsible for him. I'm only responsible for me. And I can't allow myself to be in situations like that because someone else does something stupid or they're not respecting me. It's on me to do what I need to do. So in that situation,
Shanita said it's common sense to ask questions to things you don't know about. That's Shanita. But you know what? Men don't want to look stupid. So they believe, you know how teachers always try to teach you that there's no stupid question? Like, you can always ask a question because they want you to be able to come to the teacher and ask, right? I feel like men believe that there are stupid questions and they don't want to look stupid, so they won't ask. They won't ask. But my thing is, shoot, Google it. You have a cell phone. It ain't that hard. Google it.
We don't know what man happened before then. Sis probably had an attitude before then, and he was probably like, I ain't about to ask her nothing. She ain't about to get mad at me for asking her. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, sis. Listen, we keeping it real tonight. Listen. So, how many women, if that man would have said, babe, how do I wash this chicken? Would have been like, you don't know how to wash no damn chicken. Like, how many women would have said that?
Girl, yes. I would have been like, wait, hold on, what did you just ask me?
Yes! So it's like he wouldn't have been able to win for losing in that situation. And so in that though, I'm gonna be real. And yes, coming from a teacher standpoint too, looking at him, he would have been one of my old students. I ain't gonna lie. Right? He would have been one of my old students.
Bill said, "Low, he was actually on camera acting like he knew what he was doing." I'm telling you, if you have not seen that video, go to Real Talk 87's channel and watch the video that we are talking about, because that thing is hilarious. Like, I cried real tears when I saw that video. It was so funny, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He didn't know really, but he really thought he was doing something by washing the damn chicken in some soap. I can't.
So Carla, I'm gonna give you another situation, because a lot of women, if a man does that, I do everything around this house. I cook all the food. I do everything. It's like, you just said leave it
like before you mess up and do something, especially like if I'm cooking in the kitchen. Like the thing is, let's be real, ladies. Let's be so honest. You already know if your man can really cook or he can't cook whilst you dating him. You know if he can cook or he can't cook, if he knows his way around the kitchen or he don't. Men usually tend to say whether or not, if they may tell you, oh yeah, I know how to work a microwave, or I know how to make some pasta, whatever, right? They know certain things. Don't tell you all. A man will say, I can cook, okay? We always know. So if your man is special like that and he don't know how to cook, you go, but I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know how the hell that boy, he don't know how to clean chicken. I don't know. I couldn't even help. I can't.
Carla is funny.
But Carla, I agree with you. Like, I would prefer for him to say, hey, like, V, I don't know how to wash chicken. What do you need me to do?
I'm keep it real. That boy was in special education. I know how to stop people when I see him, honey. I could be like, you probably was diagnosed with SLD. With it.
I'm dying. That's what I'm saying, Carla. Don't play with my food. Sis, don't play with my food. I said, we all could go around with that video all night and just be laughing at it. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Oh man, he said he would have put the chicken in some Jordans. I was crying, laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, she is so wrong for this, but this is hilarious right now.
She was wrong for that, but shoot, you know what? That's what he deserved at that point. Because the thing is, his ass was on the camera for real, showing the secret. We gonna have some of this, and he gonna add some of this. While the chicken's soaking in some sauce.
Oh my god!
I cannot. Oh my goodness! Still laughing. I can't.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh, that was funny.
See,
that was hilarious.
I've never met a man that can't cook chicken. It's the easiest meat. Yeah.
But what if he grew up with vegetarians? Because that's what my son gonna be. My mama don't eat meat. We ain't never.
Shit. Well, shit.
My mama don't believe in killing animals.
You know what? I've got some friends that was raised by vegetarians, right? But now they eat meat. They learn how to cook it their damn self. Shoot. Ain't that hard. YouTube is your best friend.
I'm telling you, that boy was in special education and they did not put in his transitional plan to learn home skills. Okay?
Right.
They didn't teach him what he needed. Because that boy was in sped, honey.
I can't, guys. Oh my Lord.
That was one of my kids. I can point my kids out, honey. And that was one of them.
I tell you, we have too much fun over here. I swear. See, Morgan said I was raised a vegan. No excuses. You see that? She ain't got no excuses.
You know what, Morgan?
And Carla, you could do a part 2. It's fine, girl.
Listen, I'm making sure I'm connected to her now, honey. Oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Y'all done made my day. I swear. Real, thank you so much for sharing that video, because I swear, like,
well, all that
had me crying. That had me crying, y'all. Crying.
Listen.
Oh my Lord. See how we got out of outdated dating standards. We talking about
period.
Men and women on chicken. I don't know.
Period. Okay.
Oh God.
But this was hilarious.
That was funny. That was really good.
I enjoyed y'all. I think the big thing is what we got though is like the outdated standards is like the unrealistic expectations and the gender roles and the inability to connect because we're still trying to connect through our traumas, and we need to be connecting through what it is that we really want and being within ourselves. So men, take responsibility for yourself and your healing, work on it. Women, take responsibility for your healing and work on it, because we can't keep going off. I mean, I know the angry Black woman thing is a stereotype, but a lot of us do have a lot on our back from what life has put on us, okay? And even in this whole Black Lives Matter movement, they putting a lot on the Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Taking away the Black man, but we ain't gonna get into that. And so with everything that's coming on us and our backs, we need to make sure that we're healing ourselves, because the way, what's the name of this book? Oh, it's leaving my head. Maybe someone can remind me. But basically, it goes into the aspect of how depression and stuff within Black girls, how we oftentimes don't see how Black girls act out mental health usually different from men. We typically act it out more so in anger, in silence. We don't always just sitting there crying. And that a lot of us, we act it out in a different way. So in schools, the Black girls that got attitudes, I always make a point to be like, you my girl. Like, if y'all saw my vlog with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? My kids, if I see you, I know, no, come on, honey. I was that girl. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes we bypass the mental health in a Black woman and we label her as strong. In reality, sis is living in trauma, unhealed trauma that she's not working on. So she's getting a little bit more toxic along the way and don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then you're not realizing it. You're the strong, independent Black woman with all this trauma that you're not addressing. And you get with this man who's not addressing his, and he's afraid to open up. So now y'all get together. He tried to open up, but then your depression that's not healed and what you're trying to work on comes out of him. So now he closed up, and now y'all got a problem in the house. So now what we gonna do? So it's like, if we both take responsibility for ourselves.
I agree. It'll be better. I mean, if we both take responsibility for ourselves, that'll be better. But it also takes the man to let his walls down. And I think that is a major problem in society that men have, is that they don't let their walls down. Women can talk all day and all night. Men don't talk like that, you know, and I feel that they really need to start working on it. But with the stereotype thing, oh, child, don't even get me started on that, because I went off on Real the other day on his live. Oh, yeah, you was there. You was in the live when he started talking about aggressive. And I said, do not call women aggressive.
Yeah, that's
Black
a trigger
women
word.
Aggressive. It's a trigger word. And I'm going to explain to all the men why. Us as women, there's already a stereotype of Black women, okay? And there's a lot of us that work extremely hard on ourselves to not be stereotyped or not try to be stereotyped. So when it's a Black man trying to stereotype us and call us aggressive, right? You're shutting down everything that I've worked so hard for, full well knowing that I'm not that stereotype. I'm not living in that stereotype. Women have tried and they come so far. Right, Carla, real talk. We're not aggressive, we're passionate. That's what I'm talking about. Passionate, outspoken, whatever you want to say. Just try not to use the word aggressive, okay? Because, you know, I personally do not live my life to be the stereotypical Black woman that other people would like to stereotype Black women as. So therefore, I do not see myself as being aggressive. And I don't like when Black men call Black women aggressive. I feel that we need to start. I always say this. We always need to start lifting each other up rather than tearing each other down. And although you don't see it as something bad, guys, it can be taken negatively to, say, another race that's looking in. You just never know. So just be careful with the wording.
I don't think you stereotype. I think that's just a word that is oftentimes used, and sometimes we do things without knowledge. So I think she was just bringing awareness in that moment of what that word is, so that then you now at least have knowledge in the future if you were to use that again.
Right, because that's the thing. I'm not coming for you specifically, Real. I'm just saying, like, a lot of the time, Black men like to call Black women aggressive, but that's not necessarily the case. And I feel like it's bad enough that everyone else stereotypes us, right? But, you know, for instance, you got Mona Cole. You guys turn around and say she's aggressive, and she works so hard on her brand, on everything else that she does, the type of woman, how she lives her life, and she is not aggressive. She's not aggressive. Aggressive is a very negative word to me. It's very, very negative. So it's girl, right? And it's not you. I'm not just talking about you, real. I'm just talking about men in general that use that damn term. It irritates me.
What are you talking about? A battery in the back? What you talking about, Harrison?
Because I told Harrison, because myself and Shanita told Harrison that he has a battery in his back now. He's not the same person he used to be. So now he's trying to turn it around. So he said, so if I run across a woman who's really aggressive, I can't call her that. Call her whatever you please. Is she aggressive as in violent aggressive? Because violent aggressive is a different situation.
So if a woman felt that you were crazy and she said to you, why are you acting so crazy? How would you feel? You know, I think we need to look at even our use of a lot of those words that have negative connotations too. And we're manifesting that into the person. So oftentimes we're manifesting our thoughts onto that person when is she real? Okay, yeah, let me not get deep into that. But yeah.
Girl, we're going to get into it and then they're going to be coming for us on Sunday. But guys, I just want to say, girl, I tell you.
Listen.
Guys, don't come for us on Sunday, okay? It's going to be a good conversation. To everybody that is in the chat, girl, I'm ready for Sunday, though, and these men. Real said, look, I'd rather somebody call me out on how I act. I'm just saying.
Okay. So then it would make sense for you to be with someone who y'all both call each other out and make sure that she doesn't, get defensive with the calling out, because oftentimes when a woman is acting aggressively, it's because there's an underlying mental health thing going on in
there. Right. And Derek said, not an issue in my view. A take charge woman can be called aggressive, not an issue in my view. But that's the thing. It's never an issue in your view. Men don't see it as what it can be portrayed to as the person receiving it. And this is what we're always talking about, is you got to think about how is somebody else receiving that word that you're using. You may not mean it in that way, but to them, that could be seen as something else. And that's why I'm saying like the negative. Outspoken. Now, if you said, "Oh, V's very outspoken," I would never take offense to that, because yes, I'm outspoken. And what? I don't take offense to that, because that's not a negative. It's not negative. You can still say whatever you want to, and there's a better word for it. But that's just my little thing. I just don't like, when they use that. If women, because you see, when you guys say aggressive, to me, like, I'm starting to go to the place of violent, aggressive, like dangerous. That's kind of like the place that I'm going to when you use the word aggressive. I don't like that. That's just me.
I get it.
See, Real still trying to argue with me about aggressive isn't negative either.
I'm about to look up the definition of it. Hold on.
Lord Jesus. Really, Real? Really?
Ready? Let's listen. So you said it's not negative. So let's go into this.
Go into Webster for the men.
And I'm gonna read the synonyms too. So okay, ready or likely to attack or confront. Characterized by or resulting from aggression. So to attack or to confront, both of those are negative terms. Now let's go to some of the synonyms. Hostile, belligerent, bellicose, forceful. These are all negative connotations of a word. Oh shoot!
I'm just saying, I guess we took it to Webster for y'all. For you,
my computer on 5%. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my charger. Hold on.
She sure did, Carla. She really did. Real said, well. That's what Webster said. You see that? That's why I'm saying, like, to you guys as men, you don't feel like aggressive is a negative term, but to the woman, and you're using them up, when you're using that word against them, no, I don't act hostile. No, I don't. No, don't come for me. But that's what I'm saying. See, Webster even said it better than I did. But that's how, and look, Carla even said earlier, I would see it that way too, V. I would see it that way. So a lot of women take it as that way. Aggressive could be a violent nature, hostile, confrontational. I'm not doing
so
all of
how
that.
about look, just find the positive word that you want that relates to what you feel.
Thank you. Thank you. Right, talk. Do you okay, real talk 87. Are you aggressive? I'll wait. Let's see if you like the word turned around on you. Des Williams said, aggressive, passionate, take charge, outspoken, pick one, folks, still gets hot. It happens. He said, I am aggressive. I'm supposed to be.
Who told you you're supposed to be?
That's what you believe you're supposed to be. See, Morgan said, by definition, I am not aggressive.
Listen, at all.
I love you, Morgan. Morgan, we just been on the same wavelength tonight, honey. Like the
Are you connected with her yet?
Night.
You know she's another girl
boss.
are
connected. Morgan,
she has a
right?
Yeah, she has a swimwear brand.
Okay. Yeah, I think we are connected. Hold on, let me just double check though, because I want to make sure. I did write you down though, just to make sure I was connected to you.
Definitely great for the boss people.
Right.
But yeah, real. Who said that you're supposed to be aggressive though? Like, why do men feel that they're supposed to always be this?
Yes, me and Morgan are connected.
King, Morgan, ain't nobody trying to.
We gonna have you on here. I'm gonna have you on the show, Morgan. I like the way you think, child. If you want to come, if you would like to come to the show, I would love to have you.
Yeah, she is definitely, because I had her on talking about like branding stuff, because she also has a branding consulting company. So
oh yeah,
listen, but real.
Derek said that the word cocky is used to typecast men up, speak up, and carry themselves with confidence. Imagine my shock. Lord.
Cocky just doesn't even sound like a black term. Why do we use it?
It's not. It's not.
Because I ain't never heard a black woman call.
Carla said, yes, you did, real talk. You said you were cocky. Carla, rewind the tape. We're going to go back because he'd be like, yeah, I am cocky. And what? That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. He was like, yeah, I am cocky. I like it. I mean, shoot, it is what it is.
Listen.
Yeah. I remember when he said it, Carla.
He aggressive in his well, he changed his intro, so I can't even say that because he changed it again.
He did change his Real, I love the new intro.
Because when I was showing my friend one of them, he came in, he was like, I don't know if you want to go in and let him come inside of you. I was like, oh Lord.
myself, Nita, all of us were telling him, he was just like, I'm gonna change it. I'm like, you so raw. Oh my God.
And that gal was like, whoa, okay, what we about to be talking about?
Oh, hey Kevin. Hey honey, welcome.
Oh man.
Ah,
hilarious.
Girl. Oh my God. Mayhem Morgan. She said, I'm about to run the cocky term up. It's got a ring to it.
What Shanita said, she skipped it?
Skipped it.
Because he changed it a few times with like the music. Because at first I got into it with the Tupac. I'm like, okay. Then we got something else. Then we got something else. And then we got the one we got now. And I was like, okay. This different. Okay.
And I said real. I said real. I said to women that are listening to, I was like, it's just a lot. Okay, like
because it just comes in.
Right, it just comes in at you. It just boom, and it's right there in your face. And I'm like, whoa! Every time I heard it, I was like, oh.
So I wasn't the only one, because I was like, oh,
girl, he did that to every woman, and I bet you every man was probably like, that's so dope. I love that intro. Like, I love that intro. Every man probably said that. Every woman's like, oh my god.
Oh man, hilarious.
But the new intro's cool. I like the new intro. Like, it's respectable to women too. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hilarious.
Shanita said, my virgin ears.
Listen. This ain't nothing I'm supposed to listen to.
Right. Don't have no kids around shooting, playing this video.
No, you can't. But now,
we love you.
The one now is more like, you know what I'm saying, it's cool, calm, and like, okay.
It's like chill. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the topic, you never know. But he goes say whatever he wants to say.
Whatever he want to say. He's like, laugh out loud. I'm glad I changed it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. We can now watch your intro and be comfortable.
Listen. Because every time, well, you want to let him come on in here, go in.
Oh my gosh, guys, I have had so much fun with y'all tonight. We have laughed so hard.
This was fun.
Thank you so much to Mona Cole for joining me. I knew we were going to have a blast. I knew it was going to be a fun evening. Thank you to everybody that shared me out, everybody that came, that is in the chat. I appreciate you. I love every single one of you guys. Make sure, if you have not already connected with Mona Cole, please make sure you go and connect with her. You will not be disappointed. She has got an amazing view on a lot of things, and I think that everybody should listen to her. So if you do not have her, please make sure you go and connect with her. And to everybody who's catching the replay, I hope you enjoyed the replay of tonight's discussion. Don't forget, Battle of the Sexes is this Sunday. Do you agree with scheduling sex with your spouse is the topic of discussion? Anyone that is in the chat can also click the link and join the panel. So we're going to have a lot of fun on Sunday. I always love Battle of the Sexes. It's one of my favorite lives to do.
Yes.
As well as my shows. I just want to say thank you guys so much. I love you. I hope you all have a great evening. And go and check out Mona Cole's upload, because she's uploaded a video.
Yeah, I gotta finish. I'm putting in the description, so it'll be uploaded in about 10 minutes.
Give her 10 minutes and then go and check out her video. I loved y'all. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.